Here's the number one thing you don't want to do. Here's the number one dream killer. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. Do you think you know what the number one dream killer is? I'm curious if you do. I'm curious if you agree with me, and by the way, I don't care. I'd love to hear from you, though, because I care about you. All I can say is when you stop doing the number one dream killer, the common mistake that almost every LOA coach is teaching, you're going to have a lot more fun with this. Let's dive in to the Power of Imagination podcast. Dear Mr. 2020, I'm different. I'm so different compared to who I was 90 days ago. Thank you for making me do ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. When I get an email like that, I look at their updates. Remember, we ask, hey, send us an update every 7 days. We'll share with you ours, and I'll write back. And for the most part, that's what Sammy did. Updates every 7 days. And so I look at the updates, and I notice how Sammy changed. And this is really important because as long as you deny the truth about you, because it is the truth about you that sets you free, as long as you deny the truth about you, you're going to doubt yourself, and you're going to doubt your dreams, and you're going to do silly shit. Here's silly shit, ready? Neville Goddard says to not use affirmations and denials. I'll show you the quote. Some people say words have power. The people who say words have power are the people that are denying the power that the words come from. This is really important. It's really subtle too. Let me say it again. People who think words have power are denying the power where the words come from. You're the operant power and the power. This is why I can go down the road and sing with emotion, I am a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people leader, and I still haven't become one. So years ago, I'm just curious about why people are so addicted to affirmations. Because Neville says, literally, look at the quote and ponder this. Why do you need to do affirmations every day? Every day in every way, I'm becoming a... No, you're supposed to do them in first person, positive, already done, Mr. 20. All right, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. All right, that's like if you watch Prawn, that's going to have you make out with beautiful women. No, that's going to have you watch Prawn. Waste some time. But I digress. So, affirmations light up the two pleasure centers of the brain. Now, I've shared what those were before. I've even shared their Latin names. But I don't remember this stuff. I could be bothered with it. All right? The pleasure centers in your brain, by the way, I manifested research on this. This is really good. So, I'm getting frustrated because I'm having two people in 1 week really get sucked into the world of affirmations. And it's like, I need to research this. And then this fella sends me a link, and he says, hey, would you review my book? I see you reviewed this, you reviewed that. Would you review my book? And I said, yeah, if you send it to me in actual Kindle format, I will. So in other words, buy me it on Kindle and send it to me, and I'll give you an honest review. And I did. But the cool thing is right in the middle of his book, he shares the research that shows affirmations light up the pleasure centers of the brain. In other words, they feel good. Right? They feel good like potato chips and The Simpsons. And the potato chips and The Simpsons don't manifest anything. And I know there are people on Facebook that say The Simpsons are prophetic. I just say the Simpsons are the Simpsons. Potato chips are potato chips. What you are is God having the adventure of a lifetime. And Neville says you are the power and the operant power. So what does that mean? The power doesn't operate itself. Now, when you actually change states, you will no longer feel the need to make it happen because you'll play your part. Neville Goddard says all that you do and all that befalls you comes from your states. So when you move, you won't feel the need to do endless affirmations, naming it and claiming it, right? You won't need to do that because you will have claimed it in consciousness and you will now be different. I don't know any millionaires that walk around going, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. I know how they make decisions is different compared to poor people. Every self-made wealth person that I know, that I've modeled, that I've met, that I hang out with, right? They make decisions differently. They make investments. Meanwhile, most people just spend money and they spend time doing affirmations because they feel good like the Simpsons, they and potato chips. But let's get to the point. Ready? When you deny the truth about you that sets you free, the one cause, the one power behind it all, you'll find yourself settling into and sinking and needing to do, to eat potato chips, to watch The Simpsons, to do affirmations. In other words, do something distractive that feels good, instead of something creative that changes consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. Think about this. When you change how you are conscious about something, you change how and what shows up in your life. This message showed up in your life today. So here's the thing. What's the number one dream destroyer that you should never do? I've hinted that it's affirmations. But what it really is, it's the need to do them because you haven't bought the pearl, the truth about you that sets you free. So I've got 2 invitations for you one day, pearlpowerpack.com. That's pearlpowerpack.com. We did 3 live calls, 21,237 emails, people who think they bought the pearl who haven't. That's my career, helping people do that. pearlpowerpack.com. The live calls are lively. That's all I'm going to say. There's caring and there's swearing and there's sharing. pearlpowerpack.com. You can get all 3 for the price of 1 today. And the other bit, if you're just getting started with us, if you're still on the fence, manifestingmasterycourse.com. Yet again, $97. That is a 90-day program, so it's like $1 a day. It takes about 11 to 13 minutes on average. And that's where today's update came from. Because when you no longer feel the need to keep asserting, to keep reminding, to keep forcing, something is different. And Sammy, that's what happened in 90 days. Among a lot of other things, but they stopped feeling urgent. They stopped needing, they stopped craving. In other words, they changed. And this is what I invite you to. Have a lovely day. My name is Mr. 2020. You were listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a note somewhere. Leave me a comment. Share the show if you wish to, because sharing is caring. And if this blessed you, who knows who you'll bless by simply sharing it. On Facebook, in a group, with a friend. Why not? Have a great day. See ya.